Good evening and welcome back to What's for Dinner. Tonight I'm still working on some leftovers from the holidays and I'm going to be making a quick risotto. I'm not going to do the one where you stand over the pot for half an hour. I'm going to cheat and just stir it up really quick. We have 250 grams of arborio rice. I have one medium red onion chopped in small pieces. I have 1 pound of defrosted, drained, and diced frozen spinach. I have a leftover garlic and chive sausage that I've quartered and sliced. I have leftover pumpkin from making my pumpkin pudding. I have a good amount, about 250 grams of cubed old cheddar instead of Romano cheese. There's also thyme, black pepper, and Dijon grainy mustard to zhuzh things up, as well as a good helping of garlic. And there's the chicken breast that I have to dice up and saute first. And there's the concentrated chicken broth that I'll be using from Campbell's. So that's everything that's going into dinner tonight, and you'll get to see it soon. Instead of leftover chicken, I'm actually doing a piece of chicken that I had from dinner the other night, and I wanted to make sure that I got to it before it went bad. So what I'm doing is I'm sauteing that with some butter and oil and pepper and thyme so that I will have that to put into this quick risotto later. So here I go again with the medium red onion. As you can see, there's some really nice fond in the pan from when I was doing the chicken breast sauteing. So I'm gonna just scratch that up in the onions, and I'm gonna take these and saute them until they're nice and translucent, and then I'm gonna add the garlic to it, and then we'll toast the rice and we'll get on with making our quick risotto. Right now the onions are translucent and I've been sauteing them with the garlic in the pan. Right now I'm adding the arborio rice, and what I want to do is I kind of want to toast it a little bit and get the grains covered with the butter and the oil that's in here, just to set this up. That's part of what gives this dish its wonderful flavor, is the fact that you prep the rice like this and get it a little bit toasted and covered with the oil and the butter before you get it going. So that's what that looks like, and pretty soon we'll be putting in the rest of the seasonings and the broth, and then we'll continue from there. Thanks for looking now. Now I'm going to stir in half of the stock and just make sure I get most of this fond off the bottom so that we have a really nice color risotto, and bring this up to a boil, and then I'll add in the rest of it and bring it up to a boil again. So as you can see, I'm stirring in that nice glob of Dijon mustard with the seeds and getting this all up to a boil. And as soon as it starts simmering really nicely, I will make sure that I stand here for 8 to 10 minutes, giving it a stir every once in a while to make sure it doesn't stick. And then we'll be throwing in the spinach first so it cooks a bit, and then the pumpkin, and then the sausage and the chicken, and of course the cheddar cheese. As you can see, the rice has changed in appearance since you saw it the last time. It's getting white, and it's still crunchy in the middle, but it is starting to absorb quite a lot of the broth. I have an alarm set for 8 minutes so that I can check it then, and if it still needs a little bit more, I'm going to go a couple more minutes. But you want to do it until the rice has chew to it, but isn't too raw or isn't too cooked. So we'll come back and take a look at that in a minute. So the rice has gotten to the point where I feel that it's what I would call tender. It's going to be in here for another 5 minutes for being sauteed with the vegetables and the chicken and sausage, and then it'll be standing for 5 minutes when we're done with the lid on. So what I'm just doing is I'm putting the spinach into it right now, because that's what needs to cook the most. Not lots, but it is, raw frozen spinach. So we're getting that done. And in a few minutes we'll come back. That's the extra minute that I needed. And we'll come back and put the squash in. So now you can see the squash in the pan. It's going to dissolve very nicely into the broth that's just left, a little bit of it, and it'll melt into everything that's in here and really help make it a lovely texture and flavor. The next thing we'll be putting in is our sausage and our chicken, and we're going to let that stir around in here for about another 5 minutes, and then we'll put the cheese in and finish it off. So there goes the chicken and the sausage. It's a lovely chive and garlic sausage that we get from a local butcher. So I'm just going to fold all of this together and turn the heat down a little bit. Just make sure this all gets nice and heated through so that the cheese melts when it hits it. And we'll come back to see the cheese put in and melt. And now the funnest part. I'm going to add the cheddar cheese. It's going to have a slightly different taste, but I figured with the sausage and with the spinach, it would really be something. So I'm just going to stir this in. And the cheese is cubed tonight because I don't know where my grater is. So there we go. The cheese is in. It's turned off. And we'll put the lid on and see it in 5 minutes. Well, there you have it. You can see the lovely, gooey, stringy cheddar cheese that's in the process with the lovely pieces of chicken and all the other goodies that are in there. And there is fresh grated pepper, and for those who would like it, there can also be a bit of Parmesan cheese to complement the cheddar. So there you have it. Chicken and sausage, cheddar, onion, and garlic with spinach risotto. Just about to fix up my risotto, and one of my favorite things, unfortunately, is Parmesan cheese.
That's not unfortunate.
So you can never have too much of a good thing. And actually, at the end of the day, although there is enough in here, you should really put a little knob of butter on top of your risotto just to make it that much creamier. So that's what's for dinner tonight. Thank you for joining us.